Guys, alright, so I wanted to do a Boss 4 video. I'm going to break this video up into a couple sections. One, me showing you the heroes that I use, and maybe giving you ideas on other heroes that you can use if you don't have these. And then two, me actually attacking Boss 4 and placement of the heroes, and hopefully staying alive, right? Alright, so my first hero is Santa Boom. He's 9 of 10, 5/8 War Gun. Mostly use him because he reduces the movement and attack speed of the boss. He's a debuffer, so it's huge to have him in your team. Next hero I use is Ares. Obviously, Ares. Being able to shut down the boss's proc is huge because, you know, he kills instantly, right? Doesn't he? And he's a pain in the butt. So, you know, obviously when that boss is under Ares' calamity, you're in good shape, right? So Ares is a must. Next, Harpy Queen. Okay, Harpy Queen, you know, she quickly has that energy recovery, and you know, and on top of that, she has that scatter. So I use her for that reason. I usually just run scatters. I'll show you my crest on the other heroes too. On her, I have a 4 slowdown. Okay, that's her. Next, Pumpkin Duke. He has 4 or 5 revive. He's 9 of 10, and I use a life drain on him. I use him to tank. And so, you know, once he's max cap, and you know, he's getting hit, but he's healing, right? He's healing himself, and so he stays alive. And obviously, we want Pumpkin to stay alive, or else nothing will work. All right, so that's him. Valentina. So I just recently acquired her, and I actually just used her last night's boss. And she worked really well. She's great at giving your heroes energy, arguably better than Cupid. And in Boss 4, you don't really need that Cupid debuff, or excuse me, Cupid damage buff, and so, you know, he's not necessary. But obviously, if you don't have Valentina, you want to use Cupid. Right? Because you want to get all your heroes going, and both Valentina and Cupid do that. They fill those energy bars, allowing them to proc, right, and keeping that boss quiet and getting to that max cap, right, that max speed cap. All right, so if you don't have Valentina, you can use Cupid. For crest on her, because I don't have that 5 Revite talent, I use a 3/5. Next is Frost Witch. Frostwitch has 4 of 8 scatter, which is wonderful, but she also reduces the attack speed and movement speed of that boss, so that's huge. So I have a combination of scatter and slow down, and you know, and it keeps me alive, and I'm able to reach that max speed cap, so which is great. And so with all these heroes, now if some people use instead of Frostwitch, they use or let's say instead of Harpy Queen, they'll use Motanica, right? So let's say if you have Motanica and Harpy Queen, right? So Motanica also reduces the attack speed, and movement speed of the boss. So that's an option if you don't have Harpy Queen and you do have Moat, or if you don't have a scatter Harpy Queen and you have a scatter Moat. So that's an opportunity right there. Now an option, and then another option is instead of Frostwitch, you can use. Sorry about that. Let me see. Some like to use Ice Demon. He also decreases the movement speed of the boss. So, you know, some people like to use him. They like to slow down that boss. Okay, so those are different options that you can use. But I, you know, specifically, this is, you know, these are the heroes that I use, right? And so there, you know, there are variations in the type of heroes that you can use. But these are the ones that I use. Okay, so now this is the conclusion of this first part of the series. When I come back, it'll be almost time for boss 4, and we'll be able to attack boss 4, and I'll show you how I attack boss 4. All right, guys. Later. All right, guys. I'm back. I've decided to use Cupid instead of Valentina because not all have Valentina and most have Cupid. He's 9 of 10, 5/5 Revite, and I threw a 2/5 slowdown on him. My objective is to have Cupid proc after Pumpkin Duke and Ares procs. That way they're pretty much going to proc, back to back, full energy, and get the stacking going. The scatter is obviously to remove the boss's Psi Shield. Not too stressed about the condemnation. And so let's see how it goes. As far as drop placement, I'm going to drop PD first, Cupid behind him. When boss triggers, I will drop Ares. Here we go. Cupid. Boom. Excuse me, PD, then Cupid behind. Once the boss triggers, I drop Ares, and they're off to the races. There's no need really for the Ares fever, but whatever. It looks like we're doing okay. I usually, because we have such strong players in our guild, I usually drop out right around 105. I think I'm going to push it to about 58 seconds left on this clock. That way I can get a full 3-minute run after that. I won't get max, but I'll get up there. They need to raise the damage cap on this hero. Well, not damage cap, excuse me. The hit points on this boss. That way people can actually get max. Because these higher tier guilds, they destroy this boss pretty quickly. So now, if I had Valentina in there, I would essentially just tank with Pumpkin Duke, and then not drop Valentina behind Pumpkin Duke, but actually drop Ares, and then the rest. And Valentina has that 3/5 Revite, so by the time that Calamity is gone, she'll be proccing herself and filling everybody's energy. Because my Pumpkin Dude has 4/5 Revite, obviously those initial procs are huge, getting him going. Alright, let me back out now. I waited kind of long, but I think we're okay. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. It looked like there that the condemnation may have been activated, because that was a pretty big hit on Pumpkin Duke, but because he has life drain, he was able to get back up pretty quickly, thankfully. Looks like we're doing a pretty good job in preventing his Psi Shield to activate. The scatters are doing its job. It seems like he's slowing down pretty good, and it looks like Santa is proccing right after Calamity, pretty much. He's still got some fireworks going right after Calamity stops, so that's good. It looks like we're going to get a full 3 minutes of damage here, and I stayed to like 42 seconds. I didn't even pay attention to the clock. We'll see. It looks like he has plenty of hit points left here. So I might get, I'm thinking I'm going to get probably at least 1,800 merits on this one. All depends on how much damage I can get in this full 3-minute run. I'm thinking I'm going to get roughly 125 million, but we'll see. As you see, Pumpkin Duke is getting hit here and there. That life drain just keeps him alive, right? Keeps him alive. Very important. You know, there's some people that try the perma-slow strategy, which basically is just putting a bunch of, slow down crest or even slow down talents if you got them, and then a few scatters here and there to prevent that Psy Shield. If you don't have a lot of scatters or whatnot, you can throw a bunch of slowdowns there. Have these, slow down, debuffers like Santa and Frost Witch and Moltanica, and you should be good. Alright, so let's see how much we end up with. As far as, well, let's see. Let's see what turns up here. 126. Alright, let's see what I end up with. 1880. Pretty good run, I would have to say. Alright, as far as artifacts go, I didn't really even think of them. I mean, I totally forgot. I usually have just them on Victor's emblem, but let's see what I got. Okay, look, I have Ares and Cupid and Lightning Rock, okay, and then Blitz on PD, of course, and then Santa is on Axe, and also Harpy Queen. So that's what I had. They say Eye of Garuda is good also. But this is what I had, and you know what? It still worked out. The fact that I stayed till 42 seconds was pretty good. I was very surprised that I had enough damage to do a whole full 3-minute run, but I was. Maybe we had some guys that didn't show up. Who knows what happened, and there was more damage left over. But I hope that this video helped you guys in trying to figure out how to attack this boss. And I may do another video with Valentina to show how I dropped with Valentina also. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care.